What's up, everybody? It's me, the Economystic. Just wanted to make a video for everybody. The bear market is heavy, the emotions are heavy, but please be encouraged, be empowered, be strong. Remember what you're invested in, remember what you've done to get where you are, and remind yourself that it does take time for some things to kind of play out. So in the meantime, what can we do? The best action sometimes to take is inaction, but when it comes to being a human and dealing with, the mental part of trading and investing, inaction is one of the most difficult things to do, is to see a chart, to see your, US dollar portfolio going down and just sit there and be okay with it. And in fact, be able to live your life regularly as if it doesn't even matter. And that's what I want you to get to. That is the power that you can have in bear markets or bull markets, is living your life unemotionally and not letting the sways of the market affect you. This is a long-term play, right? So why should you be tossed up in the waves, in the short-term waves? So as the tweet on the screen talks about, to forget about price, diamonds are created by stress under pressure over time. All of these things sound cliche, but it is really true, and it does strengthen you over time. It just takes that time and to make it through to the other side, to kind of understand, that, there are waves and there are cycles, and it does pay to be resilient. So wanted to touch on the Elrond chart, but first, of course, just need to talk about how Bitcoin, these big wicks, downward demand wicks, and at this point we're waiting for a wick. A lot of people are saying a wick is going to come, but I think everybody is expecting a big capitulation event, so much so that it might not ever come. But then again, the bears might have more strength there. Regardless, I think that this area, about $30,000, might be retested. But at the same time, I think that these floors are rising here. I think we might get a quick wick down, and kind of viewing this channel as a rising uptrend. I don't see why we can't get a quick capitulation and then something else that resembles maybe an $80,000 Bitcoin by the end of 2022. So this is complete speculation, but it does make sense in accordance with how price has been acting, in accordance with the the wishy-washy sense of the market. So if we do get something productive after this washout, this area here that was resistance seems to be a logical place for price to retrace back to in order to retest. So just look at that in the kind of the longer term view of everything. But for now, just go ahead and hold strong. And in front of you, I'll go and I'll bring up the Elrond and US dollar chart because people care more about that. So I've said it a few times now that this area here that we saw last year is very similar in structure to this area there. In fact, these two big boxes here resemble very similar structure. So I think that if we do get a capitulation event, this is just a huge area for price to come down here and perhaps come to a indecision candle that we break out of by the end of the year. So this is going to be, a 2 to 3 month bear market continuation at worst, I think. NFA, don't quote me on that, but I don't think anybody should be trying to time the bottom, because if you give into emotion, give into fear, and you end up giving up a lot of your position, and we get something unexpected, a quick wick down perhaps, and then boom, a huge 30-40% move that you miss out on, imagine how you'll feel. You'll feel bad about yourself, and you'll hit yourself, and you might even buy back higher just in time for the market to come down and retest again. So be careful out there, be empowered. We're all growing out there, growing strong. Peace out, everybody. Economystic out.